All right, greetings and welcome to Drama in the Dirt. I promised you yesterday on Nickelbox Friday that I would be bringing you a episode of 10,000 Pennies. So I trust you'll enjoy it. I did have what I consider a mega find. Daisy liked it, didn't you, Daisy? So there's a lot to go through. I haven't even got things organized yet. So here it is, Friday night. So I got a long evening here. So maybe it won't be as bad as I thought. So thanks for being with us, and please like and subscribe. God bless you and keep you. And hopefully we'll have some digging next week. It's going to warm up, so I can hardly wait to get out. 2009's celebrating Lincoln's life. So there's quite a few of those. So I got on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I placed one, or no, I think I placed two in my book. The type, let me make sure that's the right book. The type, there's 4 different types. And that to focus. The variety, the 09, variety 1. And then in the D is the next one. And then that's his birthplace, the log house, and then the early life. And then the 09D, variety 2. And then the 09-3, that was his legislative years. And then I did get 09D, which was his the coin that celebrated his presidency. So that was good to fill those. And then I had enough pennies to fill up a lot of this book. And a lot of them were really choice. You can see the luster there. Some of them I already had pennies in there, and I moved them out and exchanged them. I have these are the coppers to zinc, so you got to figure out which is zinc, and I can just tell by dropping them which one's zinc and which one's copper. They tell you need to weigh them, but you can tell the difference. So I will finish that up, and I have all the coins for that. And then you can see I've been able to pretty well fill this with quality coins. Most of them with, there's one with a cartwheel. And then there's some that were not so hot. I had a heck of a time finding a 90D. And I finally did. I don't know why. It was hard to find. It's into the 4 billion. See, there's a 93D. You can see the luster on that. And then some of these are not replaced, but a lot of them were out of 4 boxes. I mean, it was just obviously the more modern coins are. They're available, but, some of them don't look so good, but I was just really fortunate. See, like I say, most of those have cartwheel on them. So, I'm really happy. I'm glad I did it. I mean, for $100 to fill up a book that's been neglected for over 3 years. Of course, the bad things about these Whitmans, if you find a coin you want to replace it with, you kind of be careful. You got to bend your book up, or dog ear where the hole is. So taking them in and out, it doesn't do a very good job. So anyway, see if I can flatten it out. But see, those are really nice. So that filled up, technically I just need 3 coins. I know I've got these here, so I just haven't put them in yet. So technically this book will be done soon enough. And then I want to take you to the next one, which is 41 through 74. Let's start with these dates here and move back in time. These were not all replaced. See this here? I got this nickel-plated 1966. It was in a collection, and I don't even remember, but I put it in there. And there's some with cartwheel on them. And there's that black 1970. I left it in. I just, like I say, I just have to have the bright coins. I like them best. I'm sure I went through some 70s, but for some reason I didn't save them back. I mean, I still have the pennies here. I can go through them some more, which I did some today. I saved some back for Caleb for his collection, so we'll move over here. Of course, it gets a little more skimpy as you get farther back in time. None of these were replaced in this hunt. I need the S. There's got to be a 52 somewhere. 52S. See, all these are going to be maybe a little harder to find. The 55S, of course, that's only 44 million. So, the farther you go back in time, the less the miniages get. Now, I did replace this one. And let me see. Yeah. It's got a lot of luster, but it's not full luster. But I just could not believe a 1957 in circulation that was in such condition. And then I believe I replaced the 60 with a higher quality coin. And we'll go to the next page here. And then, of course, we're getting back in time here a bit. The 41s. 42s, these were coins I put in a long time ago. And of course the quality is just not there. But I have them. And of course you can see most of these are way up into the millions. And of course, again, the S's are a little bit harder to find. So that is that book. Now we'll go with the oldest, and we'll start on this page and see if I picked anything up. No, it's the next page. But of course you can see I did not find anything to put in this page. Of course you can see some of the manages on these, that how low they are. And then we come over to the middle. That 30, I got to be able to replace that sometime. That crud on there, I might just go ahead and soak it, I don't know. And then you see the manages on these are pretty low, some of them. Look at the crud on that 26. Now, here's the funny one. 26 million on the 25S. I don't remember picking it out of a roll. I don't remember setting it on the table after I picked it out of the roll. But I reached in my pocket today, and there was a nickel, which I'll show you, and this 25S. And I have no idea how it ended up in there. And some of these are dug. half of them are dug, I believe. Try to keep that shadow out. I might try to brush the dirt off these. I haven't tended too well to these during this hunt. And then, of course, the oldest. The VDBS, obviously, that's just about out of everyone's reach. Yeah, I might try to brush those up just a little bit so they don't look so bad. So I didn't get anything out of the boxes to put in here. All right. I think that's all of them. But I'm really tickled to get these 2 books almost completely filled. Just need the Lincolns. Now, I did want you to see the coins I did purchase. I rarely purchase coins because I'm on disability and don't have the resources. But they're a little harder to find in circulation. But I mentioned that in '55 the S, San Francisco stopped minting the S for business strikes and resumed it again in '68. So they're a little hard to find. But see, I was very pleased with the coins this gentleman sent me. So there's the 68S. And then there's the 69S. And there's the 70S. The 71S. All with cartwheel. And then the 72S. And then the 73S. And then the 74S. The hardest one to find, which I was trying to find, which I found, I did find several. I think I found 4 of these in circulation, which, of course, they were not this quality of coin, but I went ahead and let Caleb have them for his. I bought him some books a while back, so. And then I plucked out some of the better stuff out of this lot to so he could, maybe him and Augie could do them sometime. So, but I was real pleased with my purchase on the later S's. Now I told you I had to figure all the 82s out, the zincs from the copper, and there were so many 82s. So this is the ammunition that I have to sort out all the different ones, the big dates versus the zincs and the coppers. So I'm sure I'll come up. Mintages were high on all of them, so I'll get that figured out. As far as the Wheaties go, I did get a Steele, a 43, and it's plain. I need the S. So if anybody has an extra one they don't want, they can let me know. And these were the Wheaties I found out of the 4 boxes. Not really as many as you'd expect. I believe that's 1920. Well, I would say that is the most worn coin I have ever found, and it's a 1920 D. Look at that thing. Well, I had to turn the camera on. Look at this roll of pennies. Can you believe it? So used to those Doug ones. 04 Indian. I've been so concerned, you know, I've kind of abandoned my penny books the last 3 years, and so I decided to get 2 boxes of pennies and try to bring it up to date. And I'm glad I did. I found so many nice coins, and I've been replacing quite a few of them. So, well, I hope you enjoy this. I get a shot of it here. Like I say, you just never know what you're going to pop out of a roll. I'm so surprised. Okay. Well, look what I have. Get to focus. Yes, a 68, and it's clipped. Now, as I have mentioned in the past, of course I don't want to belabor ad nauseum, but I've been through thousands and thousands of coins, and look at this, my second clip planchet. Obviously the last one I had in the show, I mean, there was some question about it, but then I got the nickel, and now I have a penny clipped, and that is for sure. Clean cut. Special. Yeehaw. By the way, I might mention on this 24D that this is the second lowest mintage U.S. coin that I possess. My Drake bust, 01 Drake bust, is lower mintage. So I think 1.5 million on it. So that was a nice surprise. I did want to direct your attention just to a few coins that I did find that had errors on them. It seemed like I found a lot of 87 Phillies like this. And what I understand is that when the planchet enters the chamber to be struck, it lands slightly cocked, and you notice the rim is distorted. So it's technically off center, and you, as I understand, you can get a combination of errors, but as you can see, it thinned that edge out. See how much thinner it is when the die struck it. It didn't elongate the coin any that I can tell, because I held it up to another coin. But there were a lot of 87s with the "In God We Trust" clear out on the rim. Well, I promised you yesterday in the Nickel Box Friday that if I found the 1960 barred zero, I'd let you know, and I did find it. It wasn't under the range or the refrigerator. Somehow it got shuffled into just some other stuff that I had. And as you can see, the 0 is barred and the 6 is barred. Now, I'm not sure how rare that is, so I guess I'll have to look it up. If I find out something, I'll put a little note in. So. Pretty cool. Yeah, over here's some of the carnage. Yeah, well, which horse would you rather have step on your foot?